What's up, guys? I'm David Warren. Welcome back to this week's segment of 5 Minute Friday. We'll start our clock. Is it worth it to get a DNP? Man, that's like a can of worms as well. Do me a favor, before you continue watching, comment below. Tell me if you want to see a longer video on this topic. I have a whole lot to say. I'm going to try to condense it down. But if we want to do like a more in-depth video, I'm certainly willing to do that. Just let me know if that's something you would want to see. Okay, let's jump into it. Should you get a DNP? That's a hard question to answer because that's largely going to depend on your goals and what you want to do. So if you want to work in academics, yeah, probably should get a DNP. If you want to just be a forever nurse practitioner and not work in anything academics, I can't endorse it. I can't tell you I see a huge benefit from it. Let's break that down a little bit. So why I don't think you really should. I don't think it's going to add a whole lot to your practice. And those of you with DNPs, I keep flinging these stupid things in my face. For those of you with DNPs, comment below also. Tell me if you would recommend it or not. I don't have a DNP, so I can't fully speak to it, but I've done a little research on this. I've tried to decide, is this something that I want to do, go for a DNP as a nurse practitioner? And ultimately, I don't think it is, for that reason that I don't see any clinical benefit to it. So as a DNP, you're going to do a research project in something, some area, whatever area you're practicing in, and you're going to try to implement evidence-based practice. That's kind of the goal of the DNP, is to implement evidence-based practice. And so it's not, they call it a clinical doctorate, but it's not super clinical because you're not advancing your clinical knowledge. You're trying to learn how to implement evidence-based practice. So if that's something you're interested in, then yeah, go for it. But you know, if you're not interested in implementing evidence-based, that sounds really bad. If you're not interested in getting a degree in implementing evidence-based practice at the bedside, may not be the degree for you. Hopefully we are all implementing evidence-based practice, whether we are master's prepared or doctorally prepared nurse practitioners. The second reason is why I don't think it's super reasonable is because it doesn't really do anything for pay. And you know, if I'm going to be spending $20,000, $30,000 on a doctoral degree, I would hope that it would benefit me pay-wise, and there's just not evidence to support that. Maybe a few $1,000s a year, depending on your employer, but honestly, you're not going to see a whole lot of difference pay. The nurse practitioner profession is trying as a whole to implement the DNP degree by a certain deadline that all entry programs into the nurse practitioner profession need to be DNP, and maybe that will come, maybe it won't. It hasn't yet, so who knows if that will actually come to fruition or not. However, I don't think that there's a big clinical benefit because I don't see the evidence for it, honestly. I'd like to see the study that says a DNP prepared nurse takes better care of patients than an MSN prepared nurse. As far as I know, it's not out there. If it is, comment below. I want to read it. The pay, you're not going to really notice anything pay-wise from what I can see. I'll be honest with you, most people outside the nursing profession don't even know what a DNP is. They're like, what is a DNP? So it's not going to provide a whole lot of pay benefit. And then the last reason why I don't think it's going to be really worth it is because it's just a bunch of extra school. And you know, you're going to take some population health classes, you're going to take evidence-based practice, implementing evidence-based practice, a bunch of like leadership type courses. And they try to call it a clinical doctorate, but it's not really clinical because you're not doing anything clinical. There's nothing that a DNP prepared ER nurse practitioner can do that I can't do clinically, as far as like procedures or taking care of ER patients. So clinically, I don't see it providing a big benefit for me or for my practice, which is why I've said no to it. Maybe it will for you. And again, that's going to depend on your goals. I don't really have a goal of ending up, I'm going to rip them off. I don't have a goal of ending up in academics in my future. So it's probably going to be a no-go for me. If you want to be in academics, you need a doctoral degree, PhD, DNP. This isn't the video to talk about the PhD, but you need a doctoral degree if you're going to be in academics. And so if that's something that your heart's passionate about, then yeah, go break the bank, go to DNP school and, you know, get the degree. Otherwise, I don't see a huge benefit for it. I don't think the literature suggests that there's a benefit for it. Again, I've been wrong every day of my life mostly. So comment below. Tell me what you think about the DNP degree. Do you think it's worth it? Is it something that you're going to try to do? I'd like to hear more information about it. I'd like to hear some differing opinions. So come at me. Be the devil's advocate. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh. We are on time. All right. See you next time. Thanks for watching.